So today I'm doing a zombie look, perfect for Halloween. I start with applying latex all over the side of my neck and face. Then we are sticking a tissue paper. Then we're going with some more latex. And you don't want to have any straight lines, so make sure you crumple the tissue when you apply it. Got another layer of tissue. Need to make sure that the latex is relatively dry between the layers. We're gonna dry it still at the end. More latex on top of the tissue. And I'm just making some holes. The latex is still a bit wet, so it's easy to make those holes. And then I go over it with latex just to keep them in place. Here I decided I wanted some wounds on my cheek, my forehead. And I also applied some latex to the skin, like on its own. It's gonna create like a smaller looking wound, and I'm not applying any tissue to it. You see, it will create like a small wound. Make sure you seal the edges of the tissue because you don't want your wound to come off. You want to make it realistic because zombies are very realistic. Now we need to wait till it dries. I am using a hair dryer just to speed up the process. And I pull some of that latex that I applied to my skin. Now with the foundation, I chose the palest foundation I had because it's a zombie, so you want to look as pale as possible, as sickly as possible. And then I also have got oh god, what was it called? Eye lenses. Jesus, contact lenses. Oh my god. In zombie curse. Now I'm just mixing brown and grey eyeshadow, putting on the eyelids. You don't really have to worry about the placement of the eyeshadow. You just want to cover your whole eyes. And I realized that the new brush I was using was shedding a lot, leaving hair all over my face, all of my eyeshadow. Do not recommend it. And I'm also putting some of that grey brown eyeshadow around my mouth to make it more sickly. I'm putting foundation on my lips and just contour basic. I'm just contouring my face with the same brown and grey mix. Grey would be too cold, so I feel like that brown gives it more, I don't know, dimension, I think. I just prefer how it looks. Here I felt like the lens, there was something wrong with it, and I'm pretty sure that was my fault and how I put it in. I probably put it inside out and the lens just kept going back. It was quite creepy and it just wasn't comfortable. It was weird because the other lens was perfectly fine. So I feel like I just messed it up. I didn't put it in correctly. It was just uncomfortable. So I feel like, yeah, the inside out thing. Now I'm taking a black face paint and I'm gonna color in the inside of the wounds. And now with the red, dark red face paint, I am going all around those wounds to make them look more natural. It's not looking very natural right now, but we are gonna blend it out and it's gonna look much better. I'm adding also red. I didn't add the black, but I'm adding the red to all those smaller wounds on a latex. And now, because like it looks very red, I am adding some brown to blend it out. But then I realized that I blended out too much and the whole thing ended up being muddy. So I had to go over it with some more red and try to fix it. But the good thing about look like this is that you can just, even if you mess it up, it's quite messy job. So even if you mess it up, you can always fix it. You can always find a way to fix it. Just wing it. Here I try to fix it with some more yellow shade, not brown, but then it ended up being not the best idea. Because as a zombie, you don't want to have too much warmth in you. And here you can see how I blended out that red. It looks muddy right now. It looks like very washed off, like a stain. So I went in between those wounds with some foundation. Just to not make it so muddy. Blend it all out. Still looks muddy. But now I'm going back with that red paint. And you can see there is something's happening now. And some redness to the wound. Here I'm using a color wheel to create bruising. However, you can do the same with eyeshadows. I just like using those color wheels. And I just wanted to play with them. Here, gotta test it out. Here I try to also use that color wheel to create some bruising, but I didn't really like it. Then instead I decided to just mix some more brown and grey and then apply it around the wounds. Here I'm adding just some red just to make it well, more dirty pretty much. Here I thought it would be a good idea to add some purple for the bruising effect, but I didn't like it either. That's what I'm saying, even if you messed it up, you can always fix it or cover it with fake blood. That always works. Actually, it doesn't always work. If you do a cutesy makeup, don't cover anything with fake blood. That might be a bit grim. Here I'm adding some purple to the lips, again to make more sickly. And now I've got a few types of blood. At this point, I didn't know which one I wanted to use. And I started with a normal gel blood, just to fill up the black parts. And then I moved on to a black gel zombie blood. And was much like more goopy consistency. And I really like that effect. That black blood went really well with the whole look.